After her father and sister's death, Natalia Bryant's life took a dark turn. From dealing with racists online to harassment from a stalker, things have been anything but easy. On the morning of January 26, 2020, at the age of just 17 years old, Natalia Bryant's life tragically changed forever. Her father and 13-year-old sister, Gianna, were in a helicopter en route to a youth basketball game with 7 other passengers when they crashed into the hills of Calabasas, California. Everyone on board died, shocking the surviving members of Kobe Bryant's family, friends, and fans everywhere. Understandably, Natalia and her family took time away from the spotlight to mourn privately, but she's worked hard to keep her dad's memory alive. In March 2023, she gave a moving speech at the unveiling of Kobe Bryant's permanent handprints and footprints display in front of the TCL Chinese Theater in Los Angeles. In the heartfelt speech, she offered her father's many admirers a perspective only someone in her shoes ever could.
I got to know and love him as my dad. And let me tell you, he is the MVP of girl dads, to say the least.
She elaborated that her father always made time to be there for his children, even in the face of the taxing schedule he maintained in the NBA and the many other creative and professional pursuits he took on. In June 2020, less than 6 months after her father's and sister's death, Natalia Bryant and her mom made the decision to block Kobe Bryant fan pages on social media. Natalia shared the reasons for her decision in an Instagram post, writing, "My mom and I have had to unfortunately block fan pages because they keep reposting our pics. This makes it 10 times harder to deal with our loss. We hope that people understand that although these fan pages have good intentions, they make moving forward harder." However, it wasn't just the fan tributes that made grieving harder. Grisly images of the helicopter crash and its victims had been taken and shared by the sheriff's and fire department employees who had been on the scene. Bryant and her family settled their lawsuit regarding the photos in February 2023 and were able to put their fears of the images resurfacing to bed. Thankfully, after a few years had passed, Natalia was once again able to appreciate the many tributes to her father and sister around Los Angeles. In a January 2024 interview with Town & Country, the late NBA star's daughter explained, "I love seeing the murals. Whenever I see them when I'm driving around, I'm like, oh okay, they feel like special gems." Although Natalia Bryant wasn't exactly living an average teenager's life in 2021, typical high school experiences were still important to her. In May of that year, the late Kobe Bryant was honored with an induction into the Naismith Memorial Basketball Hall of Fame. While Natalia did attend her dad's jacket and ring ceremony, she had to leave shortly thereafter. Vanessa Bryant explained to fans in an Instagram post that Natalia had gone to her senior prom, noting that she had to miss her own prom to attend her then-fiancé's playoff game. She wrote, "When we heard Natalia's prom night and Kobe's Hall of Fame night were on the same night, I looked at Natalia and said, well, if it's any consolation, Daddy kept me from going to my prom, so it's only right that he tried to keep you from going to yours."
And every accomplishment that he had as an athlete was a stepping stone to be here.
Vanessa went on to joke that this scheduling conflict may have been a posthumous attempt by her late husband to play the role of protective father by getting between his daughter and a potential date. While the family ultimately decided that Natalia should go to her prom, she couldn't escape the trolls online when she attended the dance with a white date. Some ex-users took issue with it because of her race, with one writing, "Are you okay with Natalia Bryant taking a white man to prom?" Thankfully, other comments defended Bryant and her date against the racist remark. Measuring nearly 6 feet tall, Natalia Bryant clearly inherited her father's height. However, it seems the Black Mamba also passed his athleticism down to his daughter, but her hatred of running meant she wasn't interested in playing basketball. Instead, Natalia developed a passion for volleyball at 9 years old when she watched Misty May Trainor play at the 2012 London Olympics. In a September 2021 interview with Teen Vogue, Natalia recalled, "I was watching and my mom was like, 'Nanny, you're going to love this sport. You're going to love volleyball. I'm calling it right now.'" As it turned out, her mom was right, and Natalia served as a middle blocker on her high school's varsity volleyball team. She often attended games with her family, including a USC versus Oregon match with her dad just a couple of months before he and Gianna died. Although she initially intended to continue playing volleyball in college and hoped to become a Division I athlete, everything shifted for Bryant after the helicopter crash. She continued, "I love the sport. I quit volleyball after the accident because a lot was going on at that time. I knew I didn't love volleyball as much as they love basketball. I'm okay with that." From the time Natalia Bryant was 17 years old, she had been harassed online by a 30-year-old man named Dwayne Cortez Tolliver Kemp. For 2 years, Natalia ignored his relentless messages, but when he began showing up with flowers at the college's campus looking for her, she became afraid for her life. In her testimony against Kemp, Natalia said, "He was in love with me. He wanted to make love to me. He wanted to be together. I was in fear for the longest time that if I did block him, he would act in rage or get angry." It seems Natalia may have been right to be fearful of Kemp, for alongside the many photos he posted of her on his social media, he also published several pictures of the guns he owned and planned to buy. He had also been arrested 4 times previously, including for one incident involving a gun. After a restraining order was granted in November 2022, Kemp was ordered to stay at least 200 yards away from Natalia for the next 3 years, and was forced to surrender all of his firearms.